This week in IT, I'm going to take a look at Microsoft's new Surface Laptop Go 2, who it's for, and whether it's a good buy. Russell here, editorial director of Petri.com in this life and IT consultant in a previous one. So the Surface Laptop Go was first introduced in 2020, and basically it's for people who can't afford or don't want to fork out for the flagship Surface laptop line of devices. So let's quickly run through the specs of this new device to see how they stack up. So this is a secure core PC running Windows 11. It has a 12.4-inch Pixel Sense touch display with a 1536 by 1024 resolution, which is a little bit on the low side, to be honest. It has an improved HD camera and dual mics, although the camera is still not 1080p. There's a power button now with a built-in fingerprint reader, not on the base model but on all of the other models, and this is of course compatible with Windows Hello. And it comes with a quad-core 11th generation Intel processor. And Microsoft says that it brings all-day battery life, coming in at just over 13 hours. The base model has 4GB of RAM with 128GB of SSD storage, and that comes in at $599 US. Commercial users will be able to buy a model that comes with up to 16GB of RAM, although consumers will be limited to 8GB. So while this is a relatively minor upgrade from the original model released a couple of years ago, Microsoft is saying that there's a 23% performance increase over the original Surface Laptop Go, and that's, not to be sniffed at. There's still no backlight on the keyboard, and of course the base model with just 4GB of RAM, unless you've just got one or two applications open, maybe just a few browser tabs, 4GB isn't really going to be the best experience. But of course it is maybe enough for some people. Because this upgrade isn't especially interesting if you own the original Surface Laptop Go, then I don't really see any need to rush out to replace your existing device, unless it's on its last legs, of course. So who is this device for exactly? This is for people who are opening Office Suite applications, web apps, maybe a few simple business apps, and that's it. Of course, it can also cope with lightweight gaming and maybe some very basic content curation, but this isn't going to be a device for people that want to run Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, AutoCAD, all of those applications that really require a specific kind of notebook or device in order to work properly. So if you're a content creator, then it makes sense, of course, to look at the M1 Mac range if you don't want Windows. Now, while the M1 Macs, at least the base models coming in at $1,000, do seem to be much of better value than this on the Surface, no pun intended, it really all depends on what you want. Not everybody wants Mac OS, not everybody likes Mac OS. Some people need to run applications that are only available on Windows. Some people need to switch between devices several times a day. So of course, this is a premium brand with a premium price. And that may make it look not quite as good value in terms of the internal components that you're getting compared to some of the competition. But that's fine. If you want a premium brand, then usually you have to pay a bit extra for it. And there are things that are worth paying extra for. All of the security that's built into this. The premium case made of aluminium, that's going to help with the thermals. You don't want one of those devices that has a cheap plastic case that just gets hotter, and it's just not going to be able to run as fast when you do need those short bursts of power, or it's going to be noisier because they've had to put a much bulkier fan inside of it. And of course, this is for business just as much as it is for anybody else. It's a secure core PC, so it meets a whole range of standards that allows Microsoft to secure it from the hardware level, so starting right from the BIOS right through to the software level. And also with all of the technologies that business can add on to this, if you have Microsoft 365, for instance, you can also secure it from the chip right through to the cloud. One thing that is missing is a Microsoft Pluton chip. So this is basically Microsoft's replacement for a trusted platform module, and it's integrated with the CPU. And they've been touting this in a few partner devices that have been released since the beginning of the year. But for some reason, despite all of the focus on security with this device, the Pluton chip is missing in action. So, is this a good buy? Like all laptops, everything is a compromise. Even with the M1 Max praise they've been getting, there are still disadvantages to these devices. There are no Ethernet ports, for instance. You have to do everything through Thunderbolt or USB-C. And, for me, that's a big inconvenience. And if you don't need that cutting-edge performance, you want this branded device with a premium look and feel, adequate performance, I think this is a nice, okay buy. So that's it, that's the Surface Laptop Go 2. It's not an exciting release, it's a solid, practical device for people that need moderate computing power. I think it's pretty good. Would I buy this device? I have a ThinkPad sitting here that I take to cafes with me if I need something light and portable. It has just about enough power to do everything that I need in a cafe, so that's opening some web applications and Office, of course. And, to be honest, if I needed a new device for that purpose, then I think this Surface Laptop Go 2nd generation would be fine for me as well. The device is now available for pre-order and it will reach general availability on June 7th. If you found this video useful, then please give it a like because it really helps us to get more people to see this on YouTube. And if you'd like to see more of this, then please do subscribe to the channel. That's it from me for now, but I'm going to leave you with a couple of other videos that you might like to check out.